Living, 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 living with mangoes. I said living, 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 living with mangoes.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Living with Mangoes. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about what is growing and what is almost ready. What mangoes are almost ready. So we're going to take a look over here, and this is going to be really quick because we want to try to get it in within 20 minutes. Here we go, look at this. Beautiful, almost ready to pick. I would say about another week or so. This one is Pineapple Pleasure. There's another Pineapple Pleasure hiding in there. These are still small mangoes. These are the Ping Sang Moon. Look at the Ping Sang Moon. Just so you can have a contrast, I'm going to put my hand behind it so you can see how big they are. Ping Sang Moon, I would say maybe another 2 weeks. They should be ready. Over here, Fruit Punch. Look at the Fruit Punch mango. Starting to get color. And another Fruit Punch on this side. This one's getting a lot of color. Look at that. But these are small Fruit Punches. Here we have Ice Cream. Ice Cream mango. Almost close. You can see it's starting to turn a little dark on there, the stem. So the ice cream is getting very close. Here we have Orange Essence. Look at the size of the Orange Essence. And here we have some starting to get some color. Look at that. Orange Essence. So now we're going to go towards the back side. Let's go towards the back side. Let's hit it.
Listen, slow down. How you guys doing?
Yeah, we're trying to get it all in.
Yeah, I'm rushing him. Because he talks too much.
Here we go.
Alfonso.
Nice little Alfonso that's not supposed to grow here in Central Florida.
Yep.
We have a good 4 or 5 little mangoes on this tree. It's actually a disappointment. I thought we were going to have a lot more for such a bigger tree. But it came with a few. This year, the Valencia Pride only has like 1 or 2 mangoes on the opposite side. It took the year off. Last year it gave me a good amount of mangoes. So moving on. Little seedlings growing right here.
He's going to be grafting all those guys.
Grafting.
Graft. And remember what I told you, your trees are not doing anything, pruning, grafting, and fertilizing. This is the perfect time for that. And this is
a mystery mango. Most likely, it's probably from the rootstock. So it may be a turpentine, but we still don't know for sure. Some are big, some are small. Look at the size of this one up here. So they range in sizes from small to medium to a little larger. As you can see up there. It reminds me of the type of mango I used to have, but since I cut it all the way down and it grew again, most likely it's from the rootstock. So it may be a turpentine. Now there's a few different types of turpentines. Some are more stringy, some are less stringy. So we're going to find out what that type is.
But worst comes to worst, we have a lot of rootstock.
Look at this.
3 mangoes in one.
Look at that. Look at that weird shape. Looks like a heart.
All right.
And it's so loaded that the branches just coming down. That tree is loaded with mangoes.
You know how it is. When you get that many mangoes, most likely it's not a good mango.
Moving on down.
Living.
There it is. Living with mangoes. Look at this. This is good old cack. The cack is starting to get some color now. It's starting to get some blush. Look at here.
Delicious mango, guys.
Cack is an excellent mango.
Yes, it is.
Right here we have Mahachanook. Mahachanook. Starting to get some color there.
And I'm gonna give you guys a view over there. We might not be able to hit all the mangoes, but he has a few mangoes. Next week we're gonna do a video on picking up some of the ones that they're...
Yeah, listen, we're gonna see if there's any that are ready. Some of them are already starting to blush, so within a week and a half or so, we're gonna think about another video with some actual pickings. We're gonna see what we're gonna pick.
What is this?
This one is Super Alfonso.
Oh,
This one only has 3. I have 1, 2, 3 trees of Super Alfonso. One has more than any other. This right here is Fruit Cocktail. So this one held 2. I have another fruit cocktail that got hit with powdery mildew and anthracnose and everything. All the flowers died, so I didn't produce anything. Here's a little Cogs Hall mango tree. Look at the nice blush on there.
Who gave you that tree?
Look at that.
Who gave you that tree?
See that?
And guys, look at the size of his mangoes and my mangoes. It's the same tree. I mean, it's not the same tree, obviously. This is a photograph that I did, but I think it has to do with size and obviously the bad soil that I have.
The soil, yeah. The soil. Right here's Pickering. Pickering is very bushy. It's holding just a few little mangoes on here.
All right.
You can see right there.
You got one right above.
Yep, right here. Pickering.
Yep.
Yours are already starting to get the
tears.
The tears. Once they
Tear
start
drops.
getting the tears and they start to get that little pinkish tone on the top, they're almost ready.
Yeah, mine's are almost ready.
This one is only new growth, no mangoes whatsoever. This was the fruit cocktail tree. But fruit punch,
Wow,
looks beautiful. Look at that color on fruit punch.
that's nice. Nice size.
Beautiful color. Look at this one. This one got the speckles on it. Look at the speckles. How pretty that looks. Nice speckles
Yep.
on it. So this one has a few little mangoes. Some are bigger than others. Some are hiding in between. This one is Angie.
Whoop,
You love it or you hate it?
whoop,
I happen to like it.
whoop.
Angie. Angie is starting to blush, get some color. This one got too much water, it started to crack a little bit there. So most likely I'm gonna be pulling this one off the tree, just letting it ripen. So I won't lose it. But we've had a lot of winds, a lot of rain,
Yep.
and then we had a cold and hot winter, back cold, hot, cold, hot. It just did a number on the trees and they didn't produce as good as they used to.
No, they didn't. Not this year.
Not this year.
For sure, for sure.
This one's another fruit punch. I have about 4 fruit punch mango trees. I love that classic taste.
That one is nice.
Oh, this one's really pretty.
Look
Look
at
at
how
that.
pretty. Look at the
Look how pretty that looks.
look at the freckles.
Beautiful.
Freckles,
I
freckles.
like the red-headed freckle ones.
Nah, well, no comments on that.
Torbet. Or Torbert, if you're going to go by the name of the person who's actually named after it. Mr. Torbert. Torbet.
Let's go to
That's
that
a daughter.
beauty.
That's a daughter of Hayden.
Look at this beauty, guys.
This is good old Venus.
Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da.
And it's
Look
still
at
going to grow a lot more than this, but look at the size of this mango.
Jesus. Put your hand behind.
Yeah, I can't even. It hides right
Look
behind
at
it.
that, guys.
Yeah, it hides right behind it.
Humongous.
But it'll get like so big. I've had really, really big ones. Look at this one in the ground over here. Nice and big.
That stresses me out,
Look at
guys.
that. Big.
That stresses me out when you just leave it on the ground.
Yeah.
Oy.
This one right here is Pina Colada.
It's getting some color too.
Yep, it's getting some color. And Pina Colada is not a big mango, so just slightly a little bigger than this and it should be ready. But this is close to being ready right here.
And what I told you guys, when you see that, don't stress about it. The mango inside is just fine.
Yeah, unfortunately, fortunately, I'm not selling it, so this is going to be really, really nice in my taste buds. This is just outside scarring. It doesn't pass, it's superficial. It doesn't go past the skin. And here's another one.
Yep.
Pina Colada. Actually held. A lot of people have problems with Pina Colada for some reason. All my Pina Colada trees held something.
And you see, guys, they're already turning a little yellow.
Getting the little speckles on it.
So next week we'll do a video picking out mangoes. Hopefully we can taste some good
And
mangoes.
this right here.
We're
is
ready.
a foxhole also. Look at the beautiful color on this foxhole. Look at that color.
Yeah.
Beautiful color, starting to change colors. These are going to be small hogshaw because the tree is small and bushy. The bigger the tree, the larger the fruit. Look at this one.
Yep.
See that? This one, Carrie, only produced for me 1 on this tree. And the other tree has like 5 or 6. So it's a disappointment. Carrie had a lot of male flowers. It was a disappointment this year.
Yep.
This guy, the anthracnose killed all the flowers on this one. So this one's a sea crest. And this one's a phoenix. The phoenix got all its flowers destroyed also. Here we have a dirty lemon zest. I have 2 clean lemon zest that didn't produce jack. And the dirty lemon zest produced a few fruit.
I think that's just karma.
Look, it's almost ready.
That's karma because he always talk bad about
It's
these
almost
three.
ready. You see
And
it's
look at
starting
it.
to turn brown. When it starts to turn brown like that, it's almost ready. Lemon zest. Here, Super Julie. Super Julie always has a beautiful blush on it.
Yep.
So Super Julie's probably a month away. It still has some. Oh, here we go with some coconut cream. Look at that bumpiness on that coconut cream.
Wow.
Look at that bumpiness. Look at this coconut cream over here. This one's about a week and a half away from being ready.
Look at the colors.
Let's see. We have M4, coconut flavored mango M4. And then they're gonna get a little bigger than this. And then interestingly enough, this mango flattens out. It looks like a long flattened mango.
Yep. Like that one.
So that's how you know it's an M4. Look at this one.
You can see it better in this
Right
one.
here, look. You see how flat it is right here? It flattens out. Not a lot of people's favorite, but one of my favorite is Malika. I like Malika. Look at the size of this Malika over here.
They're looking beautiful. They're actually bigger. Oh,
Look at the size of that Malika.
holy moly.
Beautiful color too.
Mm-hmm.
So this holding a few little mangoes.
It's holding a lot.
Malika, it's such a small tree. It's holding a good amount of mangoes.
Yep.
The orange sherbets, they're all too small, and they got hit with the powdery mildew and everything. Mostly this year is a lot of new growth and just growing. Pretty tough.
Beautiful. And you see, guys, we don't have as many mangoes this year, and we just treasuring what we have.
Yeah, whatever we have, I mean, we're just treasuring it. So this is a mystery mango, which most likely is, it looks like it's coconut cream. So I'm believing that this tree right here is a coconut cream tree. And the reason for that is just the way the mangoes look, especially this one inside here. Look in here.
Look at it, guys. If you guys have any guesses, give it to Juan.
Yep, but you see, look at that.
Because unfortunately, he has like 3 or 4 mystery trees.
Yeah, they were mislabeled.
They were mislabeled and they're not what they were supposed to be.
Over here, you got Juicy Peach.
We got one hiding here.
Look in this side, how beautiful they look.
That one in the middle is turning colors on top.
Yeah, look at this.
Juicy Peach.
Juicy Peach. And then this one in the middle is already getting some color, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's getting some color.
Mine's are already coloring all the way.
Juicy Peach, but this is still like 3 weeks away.
What is this one? This one is turning colors.
This one's
right?
Glen. Glen is always a beauty.
Let's see. We just ate one.
Yeah, one fell off the tree. One of the early blooming ones. And this one's getting very close, actually.
Yeah, it is.
It's getting very close. It's not soft yet. But I would say maybe another week or so for the Glen. They all look pretty. The Glen is just a beautiful colored mango. Look how pretty that looks.
And no, he's not selling mangoes, guys.
No, not this year. Not this year. It's all mine. This is
It's all yours?
yeah, ours.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, lemon meringue.
Lemon meringue.
Lemon meringue, such a small little tree. It held a few fruit.
That's nice.
This one is mostly flushing. This is a P22 and it's holding 3 little mangoes on this side. And these are small P22s. I have 2 more P22 trees that are much larger than this.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And look at the beauty on that.
Oh wow.
Guys, this blew our pants off last year.
Super Alfonso.
Super Alfonso was amazing.
Yeah, we really
Amazing
love it. We
last
really
year.
love it. I mean,
Very nice.
I don't care what anybody says, but it was probably one of the best mangoes last year. Look at that color.
Excellent.
Look at that color. Do you see that one?
Yeah, it's beautiful. They all get that beautiful blush.
Look at that.
Look at that, it's getting deeper.
Yeah. See?
Yep. Hard as a rock. There's orange sherbet. This orange sherbet actually held like 3 little mangoes. They're not even close. This is about a month away, maybe a month and a week. These guys are very close. Don't let the color fool you. They're usually like this. If you look at the stem, see how dark brown the stem is? That means it's drying up. These guys are Fairchild mangoes. Very good traditional mangoes, Fairchild. Strong taste. These guys, nothing.
And you see, it was a lot of trees that didn't produce, but it was a crazy weather for us, for sure.
You're talking about powdery mildew, anthracnose, and then you're talking about cold and hot. Now a lot of rain, so some of it might be washed out. Valkyrie. Valkyrie. 2 years ago, my son and I, we had a Valkyrie, and his #1 mango was the Glen. Valkyrie took over. He says now he likes the Valkyrie better. This was loaded with flowers, and it had a few little fruit, the peach cobbler, but everything fell off. Nothing this year on the peach cobbler.
And you see, guys, when it's not fruiting, how it's flushing. That's what I say. This is a perfect time to do grafting because all the sap is flowing really good. So
yeah, when they try to do the pushing out the new growth and everything, it's the perfect time.
Perfect time.
And it's rainy season, so you're gonna get a lot of water too.
Yep.
This one had a few mangoes, and it held nothing this year. This is that big bowling ball mango. What is it?
Harvest Moon.
Harvest Moon. Look at the prettiness on that.
Oh, wow. That is pretty.
Yeah.
See?
Look at that.
And what is this?
Fruit punch. I have like 4 fruit punches. This is the smallest one, I think.
You know that he gonna have 1 or 2 or 3.
No, fruit punch is a good traditional mango.
He said that about all mangoes. He needs to have more than 2, 3,
good
4.
Traditional mango. This is the Son Paris. Son Paris had some flowers this year, but what happened was I had this in a pot. I put it in the ground. It started to explode, and it just wanted to grow. So it didn't produce the flowers this year. Just a few little flowers, but they fell off. What is this?
Guava.
Guava. Look at the beautiful guava mango. It's already turning a little brown right there, so it's getting very, very little energy. I will give this about another week and a half. Here's another one. Guava. Guava mango.
We tried one last year. Was good too.
Coconut cream. You see how it looks just like that?
It might be though.
It might be.
It might be.
It has this look like this.
Yeah.
The tree has this look, so it could definitely be a coconut.
Hopefully it's a good one.
Here's another Fairchild. I have 2 Fairchild trees. This one's already starting to change color. Once it turns yellow, or at least half yellow, you could take it off the tree.
Gasoline mango coming up.
Oh yeah. This is Kazar. Kazar just produced some flowers, but didn't produce anything for me. And this is that gasoline mango. I've heard mixed reviews about this one. We will be able to taste this and give you an honest opinion about this.
Yep.
Some people say that they actually like this taste, a diamond taste. This is diamond.
And just remember, guys, when you watch those taste test mangoes, that doesn't mean that it has to be you. A lot of people love Angie, and I cannot swallow it. I just can't.
It depends on the taste buds of the people.
So
different taste buds have different tastes. Look how small this is. It's already changing color and everything. Look at that.
oh, wow.
This is a little gem.
Little gem.
A little
Yep.
gem. Look at that. And it does look like a little gem, right?
Yep. And a little gem is reliable.
Stays
Stays
small,
small.
compact,
Yep. I have one in a 7-gallon holding 7 mangoes.
classic taste.
Yep.
Moving
And
on down. We're not going to touch any of this.
we're not gonna talk about persimmons today.
Too much. She's on the clock.
I'm on the clock. I'm on the clock.
Teaching me. She's like, hurry up, hurry up.
Well, my little mocoso is sick, so we'll do a better video next week.
Look at this.
What is that?
This is a Glen.
Oh, okay.
And the tree is small. And look, it's still holding the little mangoes.
Yeah.
Look
That
at
one
this
is
Glen.
bigger. That one is
This one's
bigger.
a little bigger.
Yep.
Glen starting to change color. And they get pretty.
Whoa.
This is a P22, so I have different sizes in P22.
Whole and behold.
This one has to go. Look, it has a
Yeah,
little
that
black
one
spot.
is done.
This has to go.
But look at the size of this one. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at the size of this one.
Yep.
Stop.
Audrey, P22 is coming.
See that? And some of them are dirty. Look at that.
Yeah.
That happened with this. This scraping against it. That's how it happened.
Yeah.
And then you have that big one there. 3 different sizes. Look at the size of this one.
Yeah, it's big.
It's nice and chunky.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So this one. Madam Francis.
Holding one.
Yep.
Let me go the other way.
Madam Francis.
Okay.
Some people love it. Some people think it has too much fiber.
Never had it, so I cannot give you guys an opinion on it.
Yeah, in Jamaica, in
Haiti.
Trinidad, Haiti, they love that mango.
Yeah.
Here goes some more P22.
P22.
So you have different sizes. Some of them are smaller, some of them are bigger.
And you cannot ever have enough P22s, guys.
P22 is an amazing mango. It's a good mango too. They always give you something.
And you see, guys, this little thing, that's how you know.
Look at that.
That's right.
Some of them protrude a little more, some of them protrude a little less, but you always see that little bump on there.
Yep. Okay. Who else is coming?
We'll move on down.
Hawaiian?
Dwarf Hawaiian. Look at the color on the dwarf Hawaiian.
So beautiful.
Looks like a little apple.
Yep.
Another one here.
Never had it, guys, so I will let you know this year.
It's a coconut flavor, strong coconut flavor. Many people's favorite. This is a sweet tart.
Yep.
Indo-Chinese. Sweet tart. Starting to get a little color.
And this is in the family of Cecilia, P22,
Venus.
Venus.
They're all Indo-Chinese. But this one is a very strong sweet tartness. And if you get it at the right stage, like I like my 75-25. So 75% sweetness, 25% tartness.
Well, last year we let it go all the way and that thing was delicious.
It was sweet, yeah.
It was so good. Perfect balance.
Sweet tart.
And what is this? More Venus?
That's Venus again.
Wow.
That's Venus. This one's actually holding a mango.
Look at that, guys.
This is a white Paris.
That is an abuse right there.
White Paris holding a, look, it's pretty.
Yeah, it
It
is.
looks pretty.
It is, it is.
Yeah.
Look at that, guys.
A little white Paris.
All
Amazing.
right.
And here, this one's holding one too. Little white Paris. I don't think this will make it though. I don't have too much hope for this one.
You never know.
It is tiny though.
Nature will always surprise you. He hates when I say that.
Look at that, Venus.
Oh, wow.
Look at the nice color on that.
Venus is just beautiful. It's a beautiful mango,
Yeah,
guys.
it does look like the
that.
planet Venus.
It's so amazing. And the taste, forget it. And late season.
Yes, Venus, you can hold it almost very late.
All the way to the end.
M4, coconut flavor. And this tree, I wish it held more. It had a lot of male flowers. But this is a Carrie, so we'll be able to taste the Carrie this year. Have a few Carries. Some bigger than others. This one's nice and round.
More over there.
These guys right here are the biggest Carries on the tree thus far. So I would say this Carrie, probably like another 2 weeks, if that. Now, what happens in the
We got
farms?
another one here. You see it?
There's one in there, and there's one over here. In here.
Okay.
So what happens in the farm is they usually take it out either at this stage or maybe even a little earlier when it's a little greener, and then they let it ripen, shelf ripen, because obviously it's for selling and they have a good shelf life. So, but I like to let it go on the tree to when it's like half yellow, half green. That to me is the best time.
And that's just me and Juan Carlos' opinion. I mean, a lot of people pick them green. We don't like to do that. I think you lose flavor when you don't let it go all the way, but that's just my opinion. And this is what?
Mahachanook.
Yep.
It's starting to get some color now.
Is one right there on the floor.
Look at that. Starting to get some color.
Yep.
And there's one that's very, very close to being ripe on the floor here. It's turning very yellow.
Look at that.
But it's still hard like a brick. Still hard like a brick.
Okay. Don't you guys get stressed out when you see it on the floor like that? Because I do.
I don't. I'm used to that. Look at that.
Nice. And that one is clean.
Clean, clean, clean.
Yep.
Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Pretty.
Another one there. And I just realized there's one hiding over here.
Oh, wow.
I only thought I had two on that tree, and look, it turned out to
There
be a
you
third
go.
one. There you go.
Beautiful.
I'll be happy. Sweet tart.
More
Sweet
sweet
tart
tart.
hiding in there.
Yep.
Two hiding in there. I think one was hiding somewhere around here. Look, one is hiding in there. All the way in the bottom, and this one's close to being ripe.
Yep. And you
Oh, and then there's two on the floor. How you like them?
see, no.
On the floor. Look how
Oy.
big those are. On the floor.
On the floor, guys.
But that branch, that little branch, most likely I'm going to take it out.
Because it's too
Yeah,
low.
it's too low.
It's too low. Okay.
This one, I'm very surprised. Last year had a very nice, good, classic flavor. This is
Excalibur.
Excalibur. Excalibur is a classic mango. Look how pretty that looks.
Yes.
And let me tell you something, that's nothing. It's gonna turn like an orangey color. It's gonna get very orangey, it's gonna be beautiful. So that's about 2 to 3 weeks away from being ready. Look how, starting to get the orangey color here, you see that?
It's beautiful.
And look, it's still no brown. It's still very, very,
Yeah, it's gonna get bigger.
a lot of nutrition going in there. Look at this. You see how it's starting to change the color to very orangey? It turns very orange. Beautiful color.
So we might not be able to pick up too many mangoes next week, but something gotta give.
Yeah.
We're so ready. Oh, look at this one, Juan.
Yep, that's rosy gold. Rosy
That
gold.
one is holding nice.
Yeah, and you see,
The color.
it's starting to get very hard,
That's
very
right,
brown.
That's really ready.
So yeah, look,
Yeah.
I didn't force it. I didn't force it. So rosy gold is coming off.
Yeah.
Rosy gold is one of the most early season mangoes you could get. And look how small that is.
Yeah.
Rosy gold. This one is getting close also.
Yeah.
It's starting to get brown.
And you see, when you pick it, you can do like the twist test, but that one didn't even have to do the twist test. That one
you
just fell
turned
off.
it a little bit like this.
And
it
went
came
down.
right off. And look, no sap. No
Yep,
sap.
you want it to be
Okay?
like that.
No sap. This one I don't think is going to make it. It's too small. Look at that.
You never know.
Look at that. It's really, really
You
tiny.
never know.
Look at that. It's starting to turn brown. Right here is a honeykiss. Look at this honeykiss over here.
Let me see it.
How pretty.
Yep.
It's honeykiss. And they stay small, so I have to be careful with them.
Yeah,
I have to
honeykiss
keep an eye on
is-
them because they could drop and I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Oh, look.
There's one here on the floor that I have to be checking on.
Ooh.
See there? Still green, very green.
Right, look at that one. This one is hitting it.
Yeah, look at the colors on that.
Beautiful colors.
Yeah.
Beautiful colors.
And they're delicious, the little honeykiss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one is a Neelam.
And look at that.
And look at this.
Still flowers.
Still flowering, the Neelam. Look at that.
Yep.
Still wanting to flower. The mangoes this year are very dirty. Very dirty mangoes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
a lot of nastiness on it. It's trying to hold some mangoes. There's one on this side. Look at that. Very ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this.
Oh,
Scarring
wow.
on the flesh. But this one may make it full size. They're not that big. But this tree is known as a branch breaker because a lot of them grow in clusters and they do break the branches. So you have to be careful with this. Let's see what else. Coconut cream. If you notice, I've already said like coconut cream like 4 times, right?
5.
5. Orange sherbet, coconut cream. Those are some of my favorite. This is orange sherbet.
Venus, P22.
Orange sherbet. One there, one here. That's it.
You want to show the little bit here?
Okay. Let's go up this way. This is another Pina Colada. They held a few. Pina Colada right here. This ice cream, all the flowers died. I took them all off.
You
They
remember
decided
that?
to bloom again. And it's holding a few little mangoes. If you look in here,
All
it's
right.
holding a few little mangoes in there.
Yeah, I can see it.
See that? This one came off.
Yeah. You got one. You got some in here.
There goes some. You got some over here.
Yep.
You got a little one. And this is on the second bloom.
Yep. That happened to me with the Julie.
Yeah. Some of them fell off, of course. Look. Some of them fell off on the ground.
I don't know about you guys, but we've been getting some crazy winds, and it's been
Yeah,
interesting.
the wind also has been knocking a lot of them
We've
out.
been having a weather to be a surprise.
This tree right here was struggling and now it's starting to take off. And it only produced 1 mango for me right here. And it's about maybe a week and a half away from being ready. This is a Karen Michelle. Karen Michelle.
Sister of Sugar Loaf.
Yep. I have another Karen Michelle over there with 1 mango also. And look at this lemon zest. It's just looking beautiful, but this year all the flowers died. It didn't produce for me this year.
So, next week, we're gonna do a video picking mangoes, and maybe if we're lucky and blessed, we'll do some taste.
Test.
Maybe.
Let's see. Maybe. Let's find out. Hopefully something is ready. Peace. Living with Mangoes. Living, 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 living with mangoes.
That's gonna drive me crazy, guys. Bye.
And guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Living with Mangoes. It would really help our channel get out there and help people out. Expose them to mangoes and to a lot of different things. So with that, peace. Living with mangoes. Living, 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 living with mangoes.
Living, 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 living with mangoes. I said living, 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 living with mangoes.